Hey everyone, what's up? Cali West with Garage Darts. So, today I want to talk about a darts game called 501. This game is like the most popular darts game worldwide. So there's a big difference between like 501 and cricket, the game I talked about in the last video. If you missed that video and have no idea what I'm talking about, you can check it out up here. So cricket is like all about strategy, adapting the strategy to an in-game situation depending on what your opponent shoots. It's kind of like a chess match. 501, on the other hand, is more like a drag race. So you want to finish the game in as few darts as possible, or at least cross the finish line before your opponent does. Let's first take a look at the basics. Each player starts at 501 points. The primary target in this game is the 20 segment, more specifically the triple 20 segment, which is the largest total on the board. You throw your 3 darts and add up what your darts hit. Keep in mind, this is not cricket. In this game, every segment on the board counts. Add the total of the 3 darts that you just threw and write down that total on the left. Then subtract it from 501. Your opponent does the same. You continue doing this until you reach 0. Okay, hold up. There is one catch, and this is where it gets interesting. The only way you can reach 0 is to shoot exactly the score you have left at the end of the game, ending with a double. You have to double out. So, for example, if I have 40 points left, I have to hit the double 20. 20 points left, I would have to go for the double 10. 32 points left, double 16. Get it? So, what if you have 40 left, you're aiming at the double 20, and you miss? Well, depending on where you missed, you now have to do a little subtraction in your head so you know where to throw your next dart during that turn. Let's take a look at a few different ways this can go. Okay, so you have 40 left, so your target is the double 20, but it misses low and hits the single 20. Since you started this turn with 40 points, you subtract the 20 you just hit from 40, which leaves you 20. So now you switch your target to the double 10. If you missed again on the inside and hit the single 10, you now have 10 left. So your last dart would be for the double 5. Let's take another example. You are aiming at double 20, but hit a single 1. 40 minus 1 is 39. So now you would have to hit an odd number to even your score up again, so you can shoot at a double with your last dart. What if you're aiming at the double 20 and miss? Like, miss the whole dartboard? Well, other than possibly being asked to leave, or at least pay for that light, you still have 2 darts left in your hand. That dart off the board just counts as no score. It doesn't matter if it hit just outside the scoring area or completely off the board. You can still throw your next 2 darts, hopefully somewhat closer to the intended target. If you do manage to hit the double 20 with your first dart, the game's immediately over, even though you still have 2 darts in your hand. You've won. Okay, well, maybe don't do that. Just grab your winning dart and shake your opponent's hand. Like, try to be a good sport. So, a lot of beginners find this game kind of boring because they're not very good at scoring. Not that kind of scoring. Like, if you keep hitting low scores over and over because you're not very good at darts yet, the game can move kind of slow. It can seem like forever, you know, that you're playing before you finally are at a double. So if you're new to darts and you're still working on your accuracy, you know, you can modify this game at home to play a shorter version where you start at a lower score, like 401 or even 301. But if you've been practicing your triples, like you were probably already doing for your cricket game, you can score a lot of points during your turn. You know, now the game moves a lot faster. Like, if I get all 3 darts in the triple 20, that's worth 180 points. a 180. Yeah, that's kind of a big deal. You've scored almost 200 points in one turn. Definitely more exciting. The other thing that makes this game exciting is taking a big out. What is an out? Well, it's your shot to win the game, which can include more than just a double. It's the number combination of 2 or 3 darts that brings you to 0. Let me explain. So like, taking out a double 20 is great, but you can take out the game much sooner than when you're just at a double. Like, if you have 100 points left, you can take out the game in 2 darts by hitting triple 20, double 20. The trip 20 is worth 60 points. 60 minus 100 is 40, which you can hit with the next dart and win the game, double 20. Now, the highest score you can take out in one turn is 170 points. It's a difficult shot for sure, but you can do it by hitting 2 triple 20s and then the double bull. The double bull is also a double in this game, worth 50 points. So the 2 triple 20s are worth 120 points. 120 minus 170 leaves you 50, double bull. Now, double bull outs really crank up the excitement. It's kind of like the exclamation mark in darts. Some people don't like this game because it involves doing math. Now, if you're out of practice, it can be difficult to do the math in your head without a calculator, but like anything, the more you practice, the better you will get at it. Now, if you feel like the math is going to be like a stumbling block for you, do yourself a favor and get a chalkboard or a dry erase board set up next to your dartboard at home. A lot of dart cabinets even come with one inside, like the one behind me. Work on your math, like when no one's watching, okay? And then you'll get more confident with it. What you're going to notice is that there are a lot of mathematical patterns in darts, mostly because you're usually shooting the 20 segment most of the game. So the same scores will keep coming up over and over again. So believe me, it's not really as hard as it looks. So brushing up on your math is really going to help you in this game, because a lot of this game depends on your ability to think quickly and do some adding and subtracting on the fly, especially at the end of the game when you're working towards your outshots. So let's talk about doubles for a second. Now, obviously, you can take out the game on any double on the board, but you will realize that some doubles don't work out as well as others. The best doubles to leave yourself are ones that you can miss on the inside of that double and still be able to take out the game on the next dart, like we saw with the double 20. If you miss on the inside of the double 20, you can move immediately to the double 10 with your next dart. If you miss inside the double 10, you have a shot at the double 5 with your last dart. So that's 3 chances at a double in one turn. The most darts that you can get in one turn. So let's look at another double for comparison, the double 19. If you miss on the inside of this double, you have 19 left. So now you're going to have to hit an odd number with your second dart to get back to a double. And now you only have 1 dart left, your third dart, in this turn to bail yourself out and hit that double. The double segment is a small target to hit, so you're going to want as many chances at that double as you can get, believe me. What if you hit a number higher than the score you have left? Well, this is called busting your score. It's also called no score. This means your turn is over, even if you still have darts left in your hand. Also, any dart you threw during that turn does not count. Your score goes back to what it was at the beginning of that turn. And now you have to wait until your next turn to try again. Here's a few examples. If you hit a single 16 going for a double 8, that's no score. If you hit a single 1 going for the double 1, no score. So don't bother throwing the other darts in your hand. Your turn is over. So those are the basic rules of 501. If you have any questions about the game, leave them in the comments section below, and I will do my best to answer them. I'm going to make a part 2 video of the game of 501, where I'm going to go more in depth about learning your outs, what an out chart is, and a few tricks I use to get better at my out shots. So, if you like this video, give it the thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, so then you can be notified as soon as that next video comes out. Thanks a lot for watching.